If you have been wanting to start using ChatGPT, this message is for you. So there is a free guide that my mentor, Amy Porterfield, actually created, and it is how to start using ChatGPT to create and to have it generate ideas for you. The really awesome guide really helps you. She has awesome prompts that you can literally just copy and paste into ChatGPT to give you ideas, whether it's to create your first online course topic or even just topic for other things. This is such an amazing starting point on how to use ChatGPT to actually get results that you are wanting. So if you're ready for that, you can go ahead and grab it. It's at celestastylist.com/AI, and you can go ahead and grab your free guide that is from Amy. I will put it in the show notes, and with that, let's continue to the episode. So AI, artificial intelligence, why should you care about that? So in today's episode, we're going to be covering, did you know that there's this new app that you can tell it, hey, write me a blog about how to design my own furniture. And it will write a blog on how to design your own furniture just based on artificial intelligence and you asking that simple sentence. It could write captions for you. It could write content for you. It could write emails for you. If you're not the strongest with your captions or writing stuff on social, like for example, TikTok would be for me, it can do that for you. So artificial intelligence is going to be a huge thing next year. And there is a lot of pros and cons about it and controversy around it. So today we're going to be talking about artificial intelligence, the pros and cons, and how can you, what are some things that you can do with AI to help you in your business, and why it's not about, is it right, is it wrong, but more so how to really navigate this change, right? Because now that information is flipping everywhere and people are like, yeah, video is going to be important for 2023. And I'm like, yeah, that's true, but video has been important for years. It's not a 2023 thing. These are the changes that I am seeing, and I wanted to share them with you today because, it's the last year. It's 31st. It's the last day of 2022. So with that, let's get to this because I am getting some big changes also in my own business. And, I'm always about sharing is caring. So I'm going to make this episode quick and let's get straight to the point. So AI is artificial intelligence, and there is this amazing apps now, and we'll do an example. There was the AI with it was drawing like a picture of you. You know how everybody did that challenge where they would download the app and it would make different pictures of you and everything. But there was the controversy part of it because they said they were stealing intellectual property of actual, drawing artists, right? And there's always that area, right? And that's why I chose not to do that challenge. I know a lot of people did it. I didn't because I am never pro. Hey, I'm going to do this because everybody's doing it, even though I'm stealing people's intellectual property. Hell no, that's not something you don't see me do, especially if I know better. So I chose not to fucking do that challenge. That was just me. I'm not judging you if you did it because maybe you didn't know, right? And this is the part where today's episode is so important that you don't just take my word for it, but do your research, okay? Especially with 2023, a lot of apps are going to be coming out, and some of them are free already with this whole artificial intelligence that can write captions, it can write posts for you, it can write blogs for you, it can write emails, it can write maybe even a sales page. I don't know, I'm going to try it. So, there's all those different things that this artificial intelligence can do for you. And these are the 5 things that I would that I feel about these things. And number 1 is nothing's ever good or bad. It's about the gray area, right? So look into it. I would never just trust an AI tool, which is a tool, right? So utilize it as a tool. It's not so much as right or wrong, but it's more utilize it as a tool. Don't lose your voice over it. I can see with this tool, a lot of people are going to be able to post more content. Okay, so I think 2023, I'm going to see even more content than before. But a tool cannot do what you do, your emotions, what your voice sounds like, right? When you're excited, how you look on video, all those different type of things, So it's so important that you utilize it as a tool. So be very mindful of that and make sure you do your research, right? Just like I told you about the whole app that I guess it was stealing people's also information and all this crap, and that, it was also the artist, the pictures that it was generating, it was based on other artists' work, which is like stealing intellectual property. Be very mindful how you use the tool, right? Because now you have this awesome new tool that you can utilize to write your captions, posts, blogs, emails, whatever you want. And I mean, there's even amazing apps that can draw things for you. You just tell it what to draw for you and it does it. And I know some creators already use it. So there's so much technology out there. Just be very mindful. Remember, it's a tool. Number 2, personalize it. Okay. Like, yes, I'm going to give you some really hot tips today. Why? Because it's so important that you just don't take things that are not truly yours, but make it your own. If this is a tool, right, that you're going to be utilizing, how can you give it your little spice or your little salsa of special flair that makes it personalized to your audience, and also like has a little bit of, it has some stuff of yours, right? That I can see your personality, I can see your brand in there. 3, with short video content, and I know I'm going to go on a limb here, but with short video content, be very mindful that it's not just about one form of content. I really learned this lesson. I did a lot of experimenting this year. And believe it or not, I've learned that at least my audience does not like it when I post every freaking day a post. They don't like it. It's too much. They like to keep up. It doesn't make them very happy when they can't keep up with my post, because I've gotten DMs about it. But with that being said, I had to choose a happy medium where it was helping my business and also helping my followers. But most importantly, it was helping my business, right? Because we are a business, not a charity. So it's really important that it's not just one piece of content. So with short video being pushed so much, people are like, do reels. Yeah, cool, do reels. But now more than ever, with so much information and so much content out there, be very mindful that you don't just stick to one source of information, right? Like, what about a post? What about people who like to read? What about people who like longer form? What about people who like audio? Just think about different ways. And I never am the type of person going to put all my information or all of my knowledge just on one space. It's just not who I am. And that has really served me greatly, especially this year. It was such a good lesson. So I'm sharing that with you. Don't just rely because everybody's doing it, you're going to jump on it. Yeah, you're going to pay attention to it and see and try it out. But be very mindful with things. It's not just about posting one single piece of content. And remember, like, if you are teaching your audience only to read, or you're teaching your audience only to learn things from you for 7 seconds, it's going to be really hard to get them to watch like a live video of you for 3 minutes, right? Number 4, in regards to artificial intelligence, I see next year there's going to be a lot more content pushed out, believe it or not, because it's going to be so much more simpler. Now that we have this amazing tool that, and tools are going to be have already started coming out, but with artificial intelligence, they can write your captions, they can write a blog. Of course, you can produce more, right? And I'm being very honest and candid with you here. I'm going to be putting out a lot more blogs every single month. Why am I going to be doing that? Because now I have a tool to help me with the whole writing process, where I can edit it and make it my own, right? It can give me like the rough draft portion of it. So I predict there's going to be a lot more content. I know some of you do not like that being pushed out there, but by the same token, with a lot of content being pushed out, people are going to be more intentional about who they follow now more than ever, but also like who they're interacting and buying from. So be very mindful with that. With so much push of more content does not mean that you have to do more content. I think on the contrary, it just means you have to be more mindful that it's impactful content versus just putting stuff out to put things out. Okay. I was able to grow this year. I know a lot of people that were able to grow this year on focusing on their specific industry, focusing on their specific, pain points that they solve, or what their business does, because not all of our businesses solve pain. Some of our businesses are just for fun or joy or different types of aspects. So just remember, with the whole push of so much content coming out 2023, to be very mindful of remembering. If you don't have any guidance for this, I did a post on Celeste Stylist. It's my last post. And I share there the journaling I went through, what I did on social media with all my accounts. I did that yesterday to see what's working, what's not, and what type of content I need to keep doing for next year. Because that is where we need to utilize those analytics, right? Utilize those important free numbers that tells us what our audience is actually resonating with, what they like. But most importantly, like the content that's really like, for me, it's not so much like, or I am not a content creator, right? I don't create content so people like it. I share my videos, I share my audio, I share my experiences with you so that you can learn lessons from it, so that you can grow from it. And so that you can laugh with it too. So that's, it's just like, it's just who I am, and that's what I do. But it doesn't mean that's necessarily what you need to do. So with the push of 2023 for, tip number 4 of so much content, it's going to be more content being pushed out than ever. Don't lose yourself, okay? And be mindful and be okay with that your business is different and you don't have to do everything that everybody else does. I have this one business and they barely even freaking post on Instagram, and they're very, very freaking successful. Next year, they're going to post a little bit more, but they are not big on Instagram. They don't like it. They have a few followers, and they're super successful. So that's what I mean. Like, it's not just about the followers. It's just not about the numbers. We all have different wants and needs and goals in our business. And some of us, social media is not a part of it. So don't hurt yourself or over oh my gosh, I am so bad because I don't do blank, or I don't do social media like everybody else does. No, it's not about being bad or good. It's just a tool. Remember, social media is a tool, but I am saying that next year there's going to be this big push with a lot more content being pushed out. So the more valuable your content is, the better for me. I really believe that it is quality and quantity mixed together. It's never one or the other. It's about, how much you're pushing out. So your audience knows the repetition cycle, but also the quality of it, right? So it resonates and they're able to connect with it. So there's that part. And lastly, number 5, in regards to artificial intelligence, it's not about something to be scared of. I know sometimes we get scared of the tools, but think of more when something new happens or things and changes happen. I don't know, just with social media in general, because I see this whole the TikTok versus Instagram thing going back and forth. And, I know at least here in the US, Instagram got banned on government devices, so they can't have TikTok app on their government devices. I just feel like there's so much going back and forth between Instagram and IG, that some other platform is going to end up dominating in the long game. And I know that's a weird thing I see happening with AI, but I really do, because it's going to be so much more easier now to create content than ever. That I don't know. I just feel like I'm waiting for that new app. Importantly, with artificial intelligence, it's not a thing with AI coming in, the apps that are going to help us. Utilize it as a tool and be very mindful. Do your homework. If you're using that app, where are they getting the information from? And if you start hearing things about it, kind of like what happened with that Instagram trend with, the photos, the app that would change your photos, and they say that it was stealing intellectual property from other artists to make them, and there was this whole, and it also stealing some of your information. That's what it was said. Just do your research, right? Anytime I hear something, I do my research. I don't just assume it's right or wrong. I just do my research. So I really invite you this year, as new apps come out to help us, that everything is a tool. Social media is a tool. I know we can make money off it. I know we can grow our business off it. But at the end of the day, it's a tool. It's not the be all and end all. Because if tomorrow Instagram disappears, you're still an amazing human. You're still an amazing business owner. And if tomorrow a new app appears, you're still amazing. You're still awesome. And it doesn't make you less or wrong if you decide to choose artificial intelligence to grow your business in 2023, or you choose not to. For me, I am going to be using different AI, artificial intelligence, for my business, because it helps me. I am the type of person who loves a rough draft before I do the final. It's just how my brain works. It's how I work. But for you, maybe you're like, no, Celeste, I want to keep everything original to me. And that's amazing, because Even for me, utilizing it as a tool doesn't mean I'm not going to edit it. Doesn't mean I'm not going to read it out loud to make sure it sounds like me, right? And that's a tool that in the practice that I think you should take with you again in 2023 and beyond, is that with artificial intelligence and with new tools coming out to make it easier to post and things like, templates were a big thing for a while. A template doesn't eliminate the work that you have to do. A tool like artificial intelligence and having a cool thing that you could give it a sentence to write a blog for you doesn't eliminate you spell checking, doesn't eliminate you reading it aloud, doesn't eliminate you personalizing it for your business and for your brand, right? And for yourself, to make sure that it's a piece of content that you resonate with, and it's actually something that you stand for and has your values and your opinions and your voice in it. So just be very mindful of that in 2023. But I'm super excited for all those changes. I'm excited about the app. I've been playing around with it a little bit, but I'm really going to start playing with it because I'm going to be doing a lot of different things in my business. So with that is my episode on artificial intelligence. It's not whether it's right or it's wrong. It's just that it's a new tool that's going to be coming out and being utilized more. And, I also predict, it's going to be way more content being pushed out even harder in 2023 by everybody, because it's so much more easier now to post. You no longer have to buy templates. I've never been a fan of the templates anyways. That's why I don't buy them, because it's rare the templates I buy, to be honest. I mean, for me, it just takes so much more work. But having like a tool where you can say a sentence and gives you out this written thing that you can edit and make your own is like so much easier for me. So if templates were not a thing for you, maybe having an app with AI or artificial intelligence to write captions and things for you that you can edit and make your own may be easier. But either way, you're not wrong if you don't want to use it. It's not that you're right and amazing if you're utilizing it. It's just a tool. So choose the tools that you want to use in your business. And remember that more doesn't mean it's always more, right? So to end the episode for 2023, just because you see more content being put out there and everybody's pushing out more doesn't mean that's something you have to do. And one of the questions that I always get is like, how do you do it? Like, how do I, how do you not burn out? And the honest truth to it is that I take breaks, I take pauses, and I don't force myself. I know a lot of people love batch creating. I cannot create a month's worth of content in a day or two. That's exhausting. That sounds exhausting to me. To other people, that's amazing. And that's what I mean with this. It's just a tool. So make sure that you do the things, you take the actions that are actually growing your business, okay? And also make sure that you're always very just in tune and to looking into a little bit and doing your own research on what is this artificial intelligence apps that are coming out that can write captions and things. And when everybody's doing it, that you do your own research to see, is this really I align with, and is this something really I want to do? So much love. Thank you for an amazing 2022. Thank you for being a part of our community here at Celeste the Stylist and the Beauty Business Mind podcast. So much love. I will see you back here in 2023, which really means in a couple of days. See you back here soon. Have an amazing day. Happy New Year to you. Remember, we get to make over our life and make changes in our life anytime throughout the 365 days a year that we have. I'll see you back here next week. Bye, love.